Hey everyone, we're here at the 2010 SEMA show in Las Vegas at the McGaughy's booth with Steve McGaughy. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. Now, you may know the name from their lowering kits, which the company is very well known for. They have extensive coverage in that sector, but new for this year is some of their lift kits for late model trucks. And so Steve, how did you guys get into the lift kits?
We started producing the lowering suspension about 7 years ago and kind of got a niche in it, did stuff a little different than everybody else did. And a lot of our vendors started asking us, hey, why don't you guys do some lift kits? We're kind of unhappy with people having to do this and that. So we kind of found out what people liked, what they didn't like, dislikes, started doing our research on it and just said, hey, let's go for it, With our kits, what's something we do a little bit different is you don't have to trim anything on the front differential. So you're not ruining a $2,500 diff and having to replace it if you ever do want to go back to stock, because it does happen. All our stuff is bolt-on, no cutting, no grinding on the differential. On this brand new 2011 we're working on, it utilizes all 4 bump stops, which is a pretty big deal. Everything that GM intended to be used, we use in the kit. All the stuff comes with brand new grade 8 hardware. Everything you need to drop the bump stops down, brake line clips, all the little pieces that you may not always get, we provide in the kit for you.
That sounds great. What I mean, in your mind, what would you say really sets you guys apart from everyone else out there? Because it seems like everyone, their brother's got a lift kit out there. So.
You know what? We take a lot of consideration into steering geometry, scrub lines of tires, turning radiuses, stuff like that really matters. You're spending $50,000, $60,000 for a pickup truck. You want to be able to use it. You don't want it to change the ride. A lot of kits out there, they build a 6-inch kit or whatever, and they call it a 6, but truly they only drop the differential 4.5 inches. Well, then you have to crank the torsion keys. We call it keying the truck up. Well, now the truck has no downward droop, no ride quality left, and you're having to trim plastics just to clear 35s. We decided to build a 7-inch kit, drop everything truly 7 inches, so you're not having to key the truck up. So the ride quality is exactly the same. You still have all your downward droop. There's no cutting on your plastics. It'll clear 35. Turning radius is the same. All the correct ways we've always done it in lowering, we've just basically brought that over to the lifted truck stuff.
So are you starting out with GM only, or are you going to have Dodge and Ford too?
Right now we have all of the GM from 99 till present. Half ton, 2500, 3500 stuff is done. All my 04 to 08 F-150 stuff is almost finished. Within probably 30 days it'll be done. The new Ford F-150 stuff's just about finished. We're working on the F-250. And then we have scheduled to come in Toyota and the new Dodge.
That sounds great. Now, I know traditionally a lot of guys have kind of shied away from the GMs because of the torsion bars. There's a lot of kind of fear and misconceptions about that arrangement. Did that present any challenges for you guys?
You know what? No. Honestly, the IFS style suspension always rides better. It's just it maybe isn't the strongest if you want to go out and go rock crawling or just be ridiculous with your truck. But if you're going to drive it to work every day, but you also want to be able to go out and off-road and tow your trailer, which most guys, that's what they want to do, the ride quality, you cannot beat it. The torsion bar on this new truck, they've upsized the torsion bar. They've went to a bigger upper ball joint. They also upsized the tie rod. Doing a spindle lift like we do instead of a drop-down steering arm, all your steering geometry and steering is staying up high. We're not moving that. We're relocating it on the spindle. It's actually, by making the spindle a little bit taller, it takes less leverage off everything else. You have your pros and cons, and one person may say, the straight axle is the only way to go. Me, I like to be able to get in it, cruise down the freeway, let go of the steering wheel and not have to worry about if it's going to, go straight or not. I like IFS. That's my opinion.
That's understandable. What did you have to either relearn going from lowering to lifting, or what experience did you bring from that you applied to the lift kits?
I would say, talking to the dealerships and the dealer installers, a lot of those guys, they don't want to have to cut or grind or drill holes. It could be the coolest thing out there, but if you have to drill 50 holes in your truck to put something on, it's like, that's just not right. The other thing too from lowering is we've always taken, again, scrub lines, ball joint angles, all that stuff into consideration, because that, makes the steering wheel either tight or loose. Some guys that offset the wheels out, like 2 inches, all of a sudden the steering's just like ridiculous to turn. Your truck has to be rolling to be able to move it. A lot of little things that we've learned dealing with the lowering stuff, as well as the muscle car industry we got into 25 years ago, building suspension parts, that it all kind of works together. We've basically used what GM's taken here by dropping it down, keeping all that stuff the same. They spend millions of dollars designing the steering and suspension on these trucks, and you don't want to change that. That's just
Well, cool. I mean, you guys have an absolutely outstanding reputation with the lowering kits, and I'm sure the announcement that you guys have some lifts now, a lot of guys are going to be really excited about that. So I wish you guys the best, and I hope you have a good show.
Thank you very much.